Hey, what's up, guys? The Iron Hulk is back again with a pretty special review. I just recently purchased Assassin's Creed Brotherhood on the PlayStation 3, and this is a freaking awesome game. It's like it has elements of the second game in it, but the multiplayer just kind of, man, if you have an Xbox or a PS3, definitely pick this up, and especially if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed. But we're not really talking about this today. I picked up the Neca Player Select Ezio figure, and if we want to get technical, we can call him Ezio Auditore da Firenze. He's Italian. Yeah. Um, so, interesting story. I picked this guy up at Target. Yes, Target. I never thought I'd see the day that I'd find a NECA figure at Target, so that's pretty awesome. And even more awesome, if you are planning on buying this game, I think until Sunday, if you buy this game at Target, you get a free Assassin's Creed t-shirt, which is really awesome. And they have this little area where they sell the game and the Ezio figures, so pretty sweet stuff. So yeah, packaging on this guy, very player select-ish. Shows their articulation, the amount of articulation, his name, displaying Brotherhood, the date it's coming out. Some cool poses of Ezio. Some more poses. I was gonna buy him in the black uniform, but I felt that the white one is much more iconic. Simply because that's what he's wearing throughout the majority of the game. And yeah, very cool packaging. Your usual NECA stuff. So yeah, let's open this guy up and check him out. So here we have Ezio Auditore out of the package, and I have to say he's not that bad. I was kind of, keeping low hopes for this guy because obviously he doesn't come with anything but his blades, and they're not bad. This one's cool. It retracts in, but you have to do it manually. So, I mean, it's okay. It's cool. It's a giant blade. That's awesome. But besides that, he doesn't come with anything, and I guess that's what really disappoints me about this figure, is that he's just really plain, and you can see a lot of toy companies doing that, especially Hot Toys, NECA. I remember when I was younger, and they would release Palisades figures, and they would include so many accessories that you would just go bonkers, and that's a ridiculous word, I'm sorry. But seriously, I used to collect Invader Zim figures. I mean, and the accessories they would come with were crazy. And they were like $15. And back then it was outrageous to spend $15 on an action figure. Now this guy's like $15 and he doesn't come with anything. But not everything is bad. The sculpting is really nice. Very nice representation of Ezio. The paint apps are actually pretty good. I noticed that this guy is more of a mass-marketed figure. And by mass-marketed, I mean he's showing up at Target. Okay, so they're making more Ezios than they were making Isaac Clarkes. Let's just say that. So for a giant mass market figure, he's actually pretty good. You compare him to a Halo Reach figure, and this guy obviously is a lot cooler because he's a 7-inch figure. And yeah, yeah. So the cool part of his costume is his rubber cape or vinyl. The paint is very nice, and it goes with the rest of the costume very well. But I think the best part of this whole costume are the small insignias he has on his clothing. very nice detailing and paint. I was actually very surprised at how well this was made. So not a bad figure, just not complete, I guess. Can't really see the face too well. I tried removing the hood, but there's no paint on his head, so the hood is to stay on at all times, or you will have to hear from Ezio. The bandolier is pretty cool. You got all types of small armors and whatnot, and cool glove. So it's a neat figure, articulation-wise, he's a step up from Altair, who is the main character in the first Assassin's Creed. He has the usual ball-jointed arms, go in and out and do that. And then you got the ball-jointed elbows, which don't really bend too much because of his cloth-esque arm, but they do rotate, so that's cool. And he has ball-jointed wrists, but yeah, that will come off very easily. But whatever. Ball-jointed head, goes up and down, sort of. Yeah, can turn. Not bad. I think the best part of the articulation on this figure is his waist, though. Very awesome waist articulation. So you can do some really cool crouching, I guess, poses if you can do that. Now here's the bad part. The legs are, they're the type of ball joints that you have to kind of turn the knee in a certain angle and then get the ball joint up there to sort of move forward. It's those really crappy ball joints. So they're not fun. They're really old style ball joints. So in order to move his legs forward or upwards like that, you have to move the ball joint to the position so it can move upwards, or else you'll just have the leg going like that and he'll be able to do semi-splits. Not really that fun. His knees are okay, they work sort of fine, they don't really bend too well, and his ankles are so articulation is it's okay. I really don't want to lie to you guys. When I do reviews, I like to be completely honest, and I don't want to BS you guys and just say, man, this figure, it's so awesome. Look at all the stuff he comes with. He comes with so many accessories. It doesn't come with crap, okay? I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to give you guys real facts. And if he's a crappy figure, I'm gonna tell you, And I'm saying right now that this guy isn't that great. If you want to save your money for the Play Arts Kai one, or even better, if you're really into Assassin's Creed, just wait for Hot Toys to release them. Well, what am I saying? They're already released, so if you really like Ezio, go get the Hot Toys one. While this guy isn't a bad representation of Ezio, he's much more of an action figure. He's not anything to show off. Let's just say that. He's a cool action figure, and that's pretty much it. And I think that's what Neca was going for. Nothing gimmicky or nothing fun. He's just an action figure. So here's a comparison with Altair from the first Assassin's Creed. And yeah, once again, I'm not sure. I mean, I do like the look of Ezio a lot more. Obviously, he's a much more updated, more hipster type Renaissance look, and this guy's screaming Crusades era, very plain, but kind of getting the job done type garments. With Altair, I'm getting these guys' names confused. Altair really has no leg articulation, so I kind of take it back. I'm glad Ezio has some articulation. This guy has pretty much nothing below the waist, and that, yes, that's what she said. But he does make up for it with his array of really sick weapons. You know, and I do wish that Ezio was able to hold a sword or something. I mean, come on, Neca, at least give an extra hand. Is that too much to ask for? Just for a hand? So I can give him Altair's sword? I mean, that's all I really want. You know, these guys aren't bad figures, but I can definitely see that Neca sort of improved the articulation, but took away all the fun gimmicks that this guy had. I mean, who wouldn't want Altair's cool, mysterious blade that comes out like that, right? But I guess overall, Ezio, he's not a bad figure. Neca still did a good job. Paint apps are okay. Detail's very nice. The sculpt is pretty cool. The articulation really lowers the score down. I have to say that. And just the lack of accessories, man. It's really hard to recommend this unless you're a die-hard Assassin's Creed fan, because then you're gonna love this guy no matter what. You know, I still like this guy, but I still fare more on this side. I like Altair with his weapons. It kind of makes the figure. This guy's just like naked with semi-good articulation. Not really, but yeah, you know, if you want him and don't really want to spend the extra money for the Play Arts Kai or even more on the Hot Toys version, then I'd say go to your local Target and pick him up. You know, he's not a bad figure, and if you're a youngster, if you're just, you know, preteen and you want a cool figure to play with, I'd pick him up. He'd be fun. He's pretty sturdy, and yeah. So, alright guys, thanks for watching my review, and I promise I'll have more AVP stuff up. I'm sorry, I kind of lied to you guys. I need to put more AVP reviews up. So, alright guys, adios.